Before the world saw him lifting golden boots. Before stadiums screamed his name. Before he became the captain of England and one of football's deadliest strikers. Harry Kane was just a quiet boy from North London carrying a dream that almost nobody believed in. And that's what makes his story unforgettable. Because unlike many football superstars who were treated like prodigies from childhood, Harry Kane was doubted, rejected, overlooked. Some coaches thought he was too slow, too heavy, too ordinary. But hidden behind that ordinary appearance was something far more dangerous. Relentless determination. The kind that keeps working when nobody is clapping. The kind that survives humiliation. The kind that turns rejection into fuel. And slowly, year after year, that determination transformed him into one of the greatest strikers of his generation. This is the full emotional story of Harry Kane. His childhood, family, education, rise to football greatness, relationships, marriage, children, and the legacy he continues to build. Early life, the quiet boy with a massive dream. Harry Kane was born on July 28, 1993, in Walthamstow, located in London. He grew up in Chingford, a suburban part of North London known more for hard-working families than global superstars. Long before fame, football was already consuming his imagination. As a little boy, Harry constantly played football. At school, in parks, on streets, at home, anywhere. And unlike flashy kids trying to show off tricks, Harry played with obsession. He studied the game, watched matches endlessly, imagined himself scoring in huge stadiums. But there was one problem. Nobody saw him as special. He wasn't naturally explosive like some young stars. He didn't dominate physically. He didn't look like a future football icon. In fact, many people underestimated him. And honestly, that became one of the greatest blessings of his life. Because while others relied on talent, Harry learned discipline. Parents, the family that kept him grounded. Harry was raised by his father Patrick Kane and mother Kim Kane. His family environment was stable, loving, and deeply supportive. His father came from Irish heritage, something Harry has always been proud of. But what shaped Harry most was not fame or money. It was normality. His parents treated him like a regular child. No superstar treatment. No pressure to become famous. No toxic expectations. Just encouragement. And that balance protected Harry psychologically as his career grew. Many athletes lose themselves after fame arrives. Harry didn't. Because his upbringing kept him emotionally grounded. Even today, fans often describe him as humble, respectful, and calm despite his superstar status. That personality didn't appear accidentally. It started at home. Siblings, the brother Who became his trusted ally. Harry grew up with his older brother Charlie Kane. And this relationship later became one of the most fascinating parts of Harry's career. Because Charlie eventually became Harry's manager and business representative. In modern football, where players are surrounded by agents, corporations, and financial manipulation, Harry trusted family. That decision showed how loyal he is. The Kane brothers developed a strong bond growing up. Charlie wasn't just family, he became part of Harry's football journey. And even though critics sometimes questioned the business arrangement, Harry never abandoned the people closest to him. That loyalty became one of his defining traits. Educational background, the student Who dreamed of football. Harry attended Larkswood Primary Academy before later studying at Chingford Foundation School. Interestingly, Chingford Foundation School has also produced famous figures like David Beckham. And just like Beckham, years earlier, Harry dreamed far beyond the classroom walls. Still, he remained disciplined in school. Teachers often described him as quiet, well-behaved, focused, and respectful. He wasn't loud. He wasn't rebellious. He wasn't trying to become the center of attention. In many ways, Harry's personality was the complete opposite of the stereotypical celebrity athlete. Football remained his primary focus. But education still gave him structure and discipline. Qualities that later helped him handle pressure at the highest level. The rejection that could have destroyed his dream. This is one of the most important moments in Harry Kane's life. As a young boy, Harry joined the academy of Arsenal FC. For many children, that would feel like the beginning of greatness. But then something painful happened. Arsenal released him. They believed he wasn't good enough. Imagine hearing that as a child. Your dream club telling you, you don't have what it takes. That rejection could have destroyed his confidence forever. But instead of quitting, Harry became obsessed with improving. Soon after, he joined the youth academy of Tottenham Hotspur FC. Ironically, the club that would later make him a global icon became Arsenal's greatest nightmare. Football can be poetic sometimes. Tottenham years, the slow, painful climb. Harry's rise at Tottenham was not glamorous. Not even close. Unlike superstar teenagers instantly dominating headlines, Harry's development was slow, very slow. At times, people questioned whether he would even survive professional football. He spent years going on loan spells to smaller clubs. Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich City, and Leicester City. Some loans were successful, others were disappointing. There were moments when people thought Harry Kane might become just another average professional player. But what separated him from others was mentality. Every setback made him work harder. He improved. His finishing, his movement, his passing, his positioning, his leadership. Little by little, he transformed himself. Then came the breakthrough season. The breakthrough, when the world finally noticed. The 2014-15 season changed Harry Kane's life forever. Suddenly, the goals started flooding in. Powerful finishes, long-range strikes, clinical headers, cold composure. Defenders couldn't stop him. Fans couldn't believe the transformation. The same player once considered too ordinary was suddenly destroying elite teams. And what made his rise so emotional was this. It felt earned. Every goal carried years of frustration behind it. Harry wasn't football's golden child. He was football's underdog. That made people connect with him emotionally. Becoming a Premier League superstar. Soon, Harry became one of the most feared strikers in Europe. Season after season, he scored goals at an unbelievable rate. He won multiple Premier League Golden Boots and consistently competed with elite names like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and Robert Lewandowski in global scoring conversations. But Harry evolved beyond scoring. He became a complete forward. He could score, create, assist, hold play, lead attacks, and control matches. Managers and analysts began praising his football intelligence. He wasn't just a striker anymore. He became a football mastermind. England captain, the weight of an entire nation. Becoming captain of the England national football team changed Harry's life permanently. In England, football pressure is enormous. Every major tournament feels emotional, national, historic, and suddenly Harry became the face of those hopes. At the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, Harry exploded onto the global stage. He won the Golden Boot as the tournament's top scorer. England reached the semi-finals for the first time in decades. The country believed again. Fans sang his name everywhere. And Harry handled the pressure with remarkable calmness. That emotional composure became one of his greatest strengths. Heartbreaks and criticism. But Harry's journey wasn't perfect. Far from it. Despite his incredible individual achievements, critics constantly attacked him over one painful issue. Trophies. For years, Harry scored massive numbers but failed to win major club titles with Tottenham Hotspur FC. That became a painful narrative surrounding his career. People questioned whether loyalty was holding him back. Then came England's heartbreaking losses. The Euro 2020 final. Major tournament disappointments. Penalty heartbreaks. And crushing criticism from media and fans. At times, the pressure became brutal. But Harry rarely responded emotionally in public. Instead, he continued working. That quiet resilience made many people admire him even more. Bayern Munich, the search for greatness. In 2023, Harry made the biggest decision of his career. After nearly 2 decades connected to Tottenham, he joined FC Bayern Munich. The transfer shocked football. Some fans celebrated it. Others felt emotional seeing him leave. Because Harry and Tottenham felt inseparable. But Harry wanted new challenges. He wanted trophies, a new environment, a chance to cement his legacy globally. His move to Germany symbolized ambition over comfort. And even in a new country, new league, new culture, Harry kept scoring, relentlessly. Relationships, a rare love story in modern celebrity culture. Harry Kane's love story feels almost old-fashioned in the modern celebrity era. He fell in love with Katie Goodland long before becoming famous. They were childhood sweethearts. They met while growing up and stayed together through every stage of Harry's rise. That's incredibly rare in professional sports. Katie knew Harry before. The money, the fame, the endorsements, the pressure, the global attention. Their relationship survived because it was built before celebrity culture entered their lives. Fans admire them because they appear genuine and emotionally stable. No constant scandals, no public chaos, no endless drama, just loyalty, marriage, love that survived fame. Harry proposed to Katie during a romantic vacation in the Bahamas in 2017. The engagement photos instantly went viral. Fans loved seeing Harry's softer emotional side. Then in 2019, the couple got married in a beautiful ceremony surrounded by close family and friends. Unlike many celebrity weddings designed for headlines, their wedding felt intimate and sincere. And honestly, that authenticity became part of Harry Kane's brand. He represented stability in a chaotic celebrity world. Children, the family man behind the footballer. Harry and Katie later welcomed children together, and fatherhood deeply changed Harry emotionally. Fans often notice how protective and loving he becomes around his kids. Off the pitch, Harry appears calm, playful, and family-oriented. That contrast fascinates people, because on the field he's ruthless, clinical, aggressive, competitive, but at home, he becomes gentle, and perhaps that balance is part of why he has handled pressure so well throughout his career. Family gives him emotional stability. Legacy, more than just goals. When football historians discuss Harry Kane, they will obviously talk about the goals, the records, the statistics, the captaincy, the golden boots. But his deeper legacy is psychological. Harry Kane represents perseverance. He proved that greatness does not always arrive early. Sometimes the kid nobody believes in becomes the legend. His story inspires late bloomers, underdogs, quiet dreamers, and people who feel overlooked. Because Harry's rise tells the world something powerful. You do not need instant validation to become extraordinary. You only need the courage to keep improving while the world doubts you. And honestly, that may be why millions connect with Harry Kane on such a deep emotional level. Not because he feels untouchable, but because he reminds people that ordinary beginnings can still create legendary endings.